So we will start with Mr. Richard Hatch.
Still here.
You're still here.
No, I don't want to leave.
Have you had a
Me too.
Everyone was here. I do too. Thank you. All right. New questions.
Who was at the Colonial Party last night?
Uh-oh.
And then the rest of them didn't show up. They're still bad, I guess.
You're sorry now, aren't you?
We made your parents really good time.
You had a great time.
Good luck.
Oh, I got somebody's call sign. What was yours?
Did you see that big gold thing or something?
Kazoo? No, Kazoo's I think was Eddie. I got Rock Band.
Okay, who's the first one up? Where are we?
There's someone
Over
there.
here, right
Hey.
in the corner.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning.
Oh, I think afternoon. My question was actually what all your thoughts were on Blood and Chrome, especially Eddie and Luke Pasqualino's portrayal of Dom.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought they did a really good job, and I wish they would have continued moving in that direction because it gave me the total feel of what we had been going through with Battlestar. And so I thought that they did a great job, and I think everyone did a great job.
By the way, I just seen it. I'm looking forward to it. Sorry, I'm trying to push it, but I'm okay. I heard great things about it. It's unfortunate they took so long to find the areas. It took a while. It was years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, Michael Taylor told.
I saw it on segments on the website. It became a website for me.
I'm just curious, how many people saw it online? And how many people saw it when it played, in its entirety on the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah, more people saw it online.
I'm just curious because I wonder what the rating was for them because, I think, all the networks, as we know, are now putting on space shows of any kind. And a Sci-Fi channel doesn't really want to do anything like that too because they think that the cost is just too volatile. So hopefully at some point there will be a channel actually for Sci-Fi fans. And a business model that they can bring back these kinds of shows that we all love. And I saw Blood and Chrome, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And I really think they should have turned it into a series. I really do. So
Yeah, so
I was disappointed.
Question.
How did BSG change your plot, and how does it affect what you're doing now?
How did it change our lives and how does it affect what we do now?
Yeah.
Candace?
I think it goes without saying, and I'm sure we'll all say the same thing, that it affected our lives in a profound way. I was called BSG my college years because I feel like I grew up as a person and as an artist. I'm here with these people looking at you out there. And I never thought that this is where I would be in my life. But even just professionally, Eddie and Mary, Ron and David, Michael Reimer, our executive branch, all the other writers really set a tone for us on set about what it is to be committed and generous in your craft. And that working on a multi-million-dollar massive budget show doesn't mean that you forget the humanity, that after all we are telling stories. And I don't forget that on any set that I'm on, or any person that I meet.
Well said. I have to agree with everything Candace said. It really was college for so many of us, because BSG for a lot of us, a lot of the supporting cast was the first and real significant thing that we'd ever done. And because we worked together in total almost 6 years, if you count the miniseries, it was a huge education in acting, working with people like Edward James Olmos and Mary McDonald. And like Candace said again, it set an unreal precedent though, unfortunately, because a lot of times in this business,
it's not that way.
It's just not. It's not. Yeah, and unfortunately in this business oftentimes too in Hollywood, the egos and the divas and the devos and the attitude it's encouraged almost. And I've unfortunately worked on a number of shows where you're not welcomed. The craft, what acting's about, the dance, the give and take, the beauty of it, the reason we became actors is forgotten about. The story. Yeah, it's not there. So this show, our leads, they set the precedent right off the top. It was amazing. It was such an incredible experience. When you're working on a show like this and you spend that much time together over 5-6 years, you fight. You're literally spending. What did you say?
You fight.
Yeah, well, everything happens. People got divorced, people got married, there's breakups, there's the Brits themselves, Jamie and they had 5 kids. There's a lot happening, man. We spent so much time together, more so than we even did with our own families. So we're still a family. That's what I cherish it so much. It was such an incredible experience. I'm so happy that I still have this incredible man in my life, this woman, Richard, everyone. I love you, Richard. I get to see Richard only at conventions, but
he's like the uncle that only comes around at special occasions.
But he's that uncle that's always happy, always has something kind to say. That's what
and the best stories. Yeah.
So yeah, probably I could babble on forever and sit here and gush about Battlestar, but it was huge education in acting. Wonderful experience in my life. I will always cherish it. And he always said to us, "You don't understand. This can be probably one of the most important things you've ever done. It's that special. It doesn't happen." And I'd always be like, "Hey, can you stop being negative? Like, don't curse the rest of my career." I would always say that to him, "Please, something else will happen. It will be good." And he said, "Nothing like this, man. Nothing like this." And you know what? The fact is, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
I mean, you have to realize that this didn't come to me ever. And I've been doing this for over 44 years, so this was the first and only time that it had ever happened to me. And I've done a lot of work. I mean, great, crews and great, actors and great story, but nothing like this. This is, what Ron Moore and David Icke did was monumental. Glenn Larson set it up, but these guys just knocked it. But, you got to remember, there was a lot going on, and we talked about it the last 3 times we've been up on panels about the impact of what happened once this show started to roll, and even the writers didn't know. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. When a writer writes something and it's really good, it's incredible, it's at the highest level, then the production gets it, and the actors get it. The director, the actors, the production team, everybody, wardrobe, everybody is on time, and everybody knows what they're doing, and they really have passion for it. It elevates everything. What's on the written page comes to life, and boom, it's amazing. And then the post-production people get it, and those guys are geniuses, because that's where this magic comes to play. They have all the pieces of the puzzle, and then they put it all together, and they elevated it quantum leaps, I'm not kidding you. And then from that point, they showed it to us, the families. And then in 2003, blogging started, We didn't have blogging before. There was no way to communicate from China or from, France or from, Kentucky to the writer in Los Angeles. You just couldn't. It wasn't even wishful thinking. That you could talk to these people, but they started to blog. And like I said, man, you guys would turn around and say, man, this is what this meant to me. And when this happened, I know that this is what you meant, right? And the writers are going, yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I was doing. You got it. And then that would elevate the writer. And the writer would go, oh, I never even thought of that. That's a really good idea. I think I'll go from there and I'll go forward because they could use those ideas. And it happened. They used it, man, I'm not kidding you. These guys would start talking to people and pretty soon they said, you know what, I got another idea, especially Ron. Ron's very open. And so, a lot of people were talking to Ron. And so he ended up hitting a very high note, and we all did. So between all of us, we took the show to a level that no other show could have gone to because nobody had the internet at that level. Nobody was blogging that way. And our fan base, you, are much stronger than any other fan base on any other type of genre in the world. There's no comparison. So I got to tell you, this is only the beginning. I think that, Richard always says it. I hope he speaks right now. He always says it. That this is a very special show. But not because we're in it, but because the story is one that just radiates an incredible amount of understanding about humanity that looks at it. I mean, we're all interested, and we've seen how many times have they blown up everything, and they'll continue to do that, and there'll be these, the end of the world kind of things forever, but until it happens. But I said something yesterday that really caught me. Or was it not yesterday, it was the day before, I think on Friday, and then this is, man, it caught me. You're prepared for very, very catastrophic understanding of life. Why? Because you went on the Galactica. You took the adventure, you went all the way. So if something were to happen, catastrophic, you would know in your mind, well, shit, and this is what we did on Battlestar. Man, and guess what? It works. I mean, what do you do? I mean, I'm not kidding you. I mean, we're laughing, ha ha ha. But you're more prepared to understand what it takes to unite as a human body and not go to the negative of it. Because basically, man, I'll tell you right now, we talked about the earthquake, and we talked about that the second day I was here. The catastrophic event that is going to happen when the San Andreas Fault slips. It'll be traveling at 6,000 miles an hour. It'll take 4.5 minutes for it to crack from Baja California all the way up to Vancouver. And it's not going to dump it into the ocean, but it's just going to move. And it'll take 4.5 minutes of movement that will resonate 27 minutes of this. Maybe a little more radical if you're closer to the actual fault line. But a lot of people are going to feel this. They're outskirts away from, like in Arizona and Nevada. Try doing this for 27 fucking minutes. Try it. I dare you. You're going to say, this is uncomfortable. No kidding, Charlie. This is coming. And when that happens, if my Battlestar Galactica understanding it, and you guys don't rush to help all the people in the western coast of this United States of America.
He's coming for you.
I'm not going to come for you, but you just,
You know who you are.
out of the fleet. You're out of the fleet. You're in the air.
He remembers everything.
Sorry, I talked too much.
I want to say real quick. You should never say real quick. I have to say, when you start acting and you're in class and there's no fame, no money, and everybody's laughing at you and wondering what the hell are you doing, and you think you can be an actor.